showing the route here.
Oh, aye.
Aye, they start at Viaduct Street station, they go along Victoria Street, and then cross Rosamund Street.
Very nice.
I'm watching it from Mrs. Ellywell's front window. I should get a good view.
Oh, aye, you should.
Irma's going to man the shop for me. She doesn't seem very interested.
No.
Ah, no, well, I suppose royalty hasn't touched the younger generation, has it? Not like you and me.
Oh, I don't know. I think he's done a bit, you know. Well, I mean, he swears, doesn't he? Our Stan loves it when he has a go.
Do you think she approves? I've heard she tells him off when she gets him home.
Aye. And he wrote it's a good job our Stan's not one of them. He'd have headline to himself every day.
Don't know, it must be lovely, though. All that travelling abroad.
Wouldn't suit Stan, though. He says you can't get a glass of beer fit for human consumption. And he wrote, thanks for the sugar, love, I best be getting on.
Ta-ra. Sha.
Well, I can never find out in newspapers. It's not worth reading any road.
Hey, they show the route here, look. They're starting at Viaduct Street station.
Yes, I know. Have you seen it? They've got bucket loads of flowers out.
No.
Yes, and they're whitewashing it and all.
I could do with something.
It could. It's been closed for 2 years. I don't know. I can't fathom the workings of their minds. Viaduct Street's not looked the same since my mother tried to get into a pair of Izod's patent corsets. See, they've got a picture.
Ah, it's a good one, isn't it?
Hmm.
Doesn't she favour her grandmother?
Well, she puts me more in mind of their Beatrice.
Beatrice?
Yes, Victoria's youngest, married one of the Battenbergs as was.
Oh.
Prince Henry wasn't his name.
Oh, I don't know, Mrs. Sharple.
It's only a young fellow when he died. Mind you, they had issue. The daughter married the King of Spain, you know, when they had one. They had issue too, 3 or 4 all told.
You seem very well up in all this, Mrs. Sharples.
No, I don't seem to have bothered really, but you can't help noticing, can you?
Hey, they're going to cross Rosamund Street.
Yes, I know, and I'll bet you were there and all gawping at the rest of them.
Well, I want to see her.
All bread and circuses, isn't it?
You are?
It's all bread and... Oh, well, never mind. I couldn't explain it any road.
Morning, ladies.
Good morning.
And how does the day find Mrs. Sharples in?
Oh, just about the same as usual. Healthy in mind and body, unlike some. I'll call about my order later.
All right, Mrs. Sharples.
Yeah, she's on good form this morning, isn't she? I must say she's hiding it well, though.
What?
That crush she's got on me.
Oh, shut up, you daft thing. She'll hear you. I better get on.
Hey, Florrie,
Yeah?
have you decided anything about your holidays yet?
Hey?
Yeah, have you made any arrangements, you know?
Well, more or less, yes. Why?
Oh, nothing.
Oh.
No, you see, this fellow was talking to me about these coach tours that go abroad, you know, on the continent.
Yeah.
Well, when he told me, like, I thought this sounds just the job for Florrie.
Oh, well, it's very kind of you, Len, but I don't think I'm really interested in a coach trip.
No, well, I just thought I'd mention it in passing, you know.
Excuse me.
Oh, the heck, she looks puzzled about something, don't she, eh? I'll tell you what, Florrie, you never know where your next problem's coming from.
She certainly looks worried about something.
I think the thing that's worrying me most, though, is Mrs. Sharples.
Ena?
Ah, well, I still owe her the biggest part of £50.
Oh, she knows.
Oh, does she know how long she's going to have to wait for it, though? I'll have to find that money from somewhere, and it's going to take ages.
I think she's put 2 and 2 together, Charlie. Ena's very quick like that.
How did she take it? Oh, no, don't tell me. I can imagine it. It's her eyes. They're like death rays.
Charlie, Ena is a very understanding person. You don't know her like I do.
You mean she doesn't mind?
Well, she did seem a bit disappointed.
Disappointed? You mean hopping mad, don't you, love?
Could I make a suggestion?
Oh, anything if it'll help.
Well, I think Ena would like it if you was to go round and see her.
Go round?
Well, to explain about the money.
Oh, I don't think I'm brave enough to face her man-to-man like.
Well, it'd be best in the long run.
I know, I was always a cowardly custard at school.
Oh, well, I'm sure you've changed since then.
Oh, yes. For the worse, if anything.
My mother always used to say that anybody who said they was a coward never was when it came to test.
Well, I'm the exception. Even my feet point backwards. See, the trouble is, I don't know what to say to her. I'm only on probation, you know, and they said if I didn't come up to scratch like, well, it was back to me agent, the Labour.
Charlie, would it help if I could lend you some money?
Right, where are you going to get some money from?
Well, I've just been thinking there's never very much on telly these days, and it's quite a new set.
You can't sell that, it's rented.
Well, it would fetch a few pounds.
I know, but you can't sell it. No, I think I'll have one last go at the police station. You never know, do you?
Oh, well, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you.
Selling your telly. You'd missed the fugitive when he caught that one-armed fella. I think it's him that's got my 20 quid.
But I still think that you find most of them foreigners speak English, you know.
Oh, yes.
Hey, have you seen anything of Len since you took up his offer to go with you?
No, he seems to be avoiding me. He saw me this morning and dodged behind Mrs. Lindley's.
He thought I hadn't seen him. It'll do him good, this. Well, it's about time one of his jokes backfired.
You don't think I went too far, do you?
No. Hey, you don't want him to go with you real, do you?
Oh, no. From what I've heard about Italians, it'd be a bit like taking coals to Newcastle, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I know what you mean. Anyway, good for you.
Oh, I don't want you to think that I'm going to... I mean, it's a cultural trip, really. The capitals of Europe in 21 days.
Yes, mind you still want to be careful of them Italians, you know. From what I've heard of them, they're very trigger-happy.
Trigger-happy?
Yes, very tricky with the fingers, you know.
Oh.
This friend of mine was telling me, she said, all she had to do was walk down the street and
I've managed to get a phrase book. Have you ever seen one?
No. Anyway, this girl, she was black and blue. When she come home, she showed me, you know.
Give 3 languages. I think it might prove very useful. Invasion is imminent. Please provide me with a packed lunch for the evacuation.
Oh, that should come in handy.
I think that's in case of an emergency.
I should hope so, I know.
Please contact the physician. I think I may have yellow fever. At the dentist, the doctors, the hospital.
Do you know, if you played your cards right, I bet you could go on the National Health. Ta-ra.
Bye. Oh, sorry.
Hello,
Hello, Miss Regent. I've only got a minute. Who's got the twins?
Oh, Kenny's in late this morning.
It's their big day today, isn't it, at the college?
Yes, she's opening the new wing. That's what I'm here for. I want a tie.
Oh, yes. Any particular colours? Stripes?
Well, I want something a bit conservative.
What about something plain, then? A dark blue or grey, perhaps?
Yeah, grey sounds all right. Do you know he wasn't going to tell me?
What was that?
Kenny might be presented to her this afternoon. He just mentioned it in passing about 10 minutes ago. So I've got to press his best suit, and his university tie got covered in baby sick last night, so left a big mark.
Well, this is a nice medium grey, 7 and 11.
Oh, yes, that's all right. Honestly, you should see him now, waving his arms about. A bit of goo won't do it any harm, he says.
Oh, dear.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, I'm not having her seeing him with half a baby's bottle down his front.
No. Bye. Oh, I thought it was your dad.
Well, it might convince him you was just tidying up.
What do you mean?
Well, fluttering about like that, you've been looking at it again, haven't you?
Well, what if I have? It's not a crime.
It's not so far off, though.
What are you doing home? Any roast, not your dinner time?
No, I've got an hour off, you see, with me being on my Todd there this afternoon.
Oh.
I think Florrie's going to wear a little Union Jack or something.
She's looking very pleased with herself these days. Is there something we don't know about?
Don't ask me.
Well, you must have noticed.
Well, she does keep talking about going to different places on business like.
Oh, does she?
Oh, Mum, either chuck it away, put it away, or wear it.
I don't know what to do,
I wished your aunt told me, you know, about picking up Charlie Moffat's money. I've never had such a lousy morning.
What?
Well, he come into the shop for a start.
Shop? Hey! You didn't say out, did you?
Did I? I wouldn't shop my own mother, would I? No, he was on his way to the police station.
Police? I knew it. I knew it. They're on to me.
Give up, Mum. He'd only gone to see had it been handed in.
Oh.
And I had to watch him traipsing off down the street. I could have told him it was no use trying.
I'm sorry, Irma. I didn't want to get you involved. Me dad! Oh, give it here, quick!
Hello, hello, hello. What are you two plotting?
Plotting a cup of tea. I bet you want one now, won't you?
Right. Shouldn't you be at work?
No, I've got an hour off.
You've got a cushy number, haven't you? Hey, that's new, isn't it?
Oh, well, sort of. Yesterday, like...
Oh, very classy, very pricey too. I'll bet nice, eh?
No, it's only blended, Stan. I got it off market, 52 and 11.
Oh, your mother's always a good eye for a bargain, you know.
Aye.
If you look after your money like she does, you'll be all right.
I'll go and make that tea now.
Right.
I think my mum could do with a cup, couldn't you?
Oh, go on.
What?
You were going to put it on, weren't you?
Where do you want this lot, Mrs. Galwell?
Oh, it's all right. I'll take them now. Thank you, David.
All right.
Now, you sit down. I'll go and put the kettle on.
Can I help?
Oh, no, it's all right. I can manage.
Hey, Mrs. Caldwell, have you still got that cocoa tin?
Cocoa tin?
Yeah. You used to keep boiled sweets in it when they were rationed.
Oh, fancy you remembering that.
You give our kid and me one every day when we was kids.
And Christine?
Yeah. Hey, you used to put flour on them, didn't you, so they wouldn't stick together?
You know, I felt quite sad when you stopped coming.
Hey, do you know what I used to think you were?
No.
Oh, you'll laugh now. I was only about 6 at the time. I thought you were the good fairy, like in the pantomime my mum took us to see.
And what did Kenneth say?
Well, I remember asking him about it, and he thought about it for a minute. Then he said that he thought you were as well.
You know, it doesn't seem so very long ago.
Hey, you'll never guess who I thought was the wicked stepmother.
Hey.
Oh, hello, Ina.
Charlie Muffinhead in.
Oh, no, he's gone down to the police station again, see if anybody's handed in his money.
Oh, has he? Well, he's got about as much gumption as a Middleton moonraker.
Oh, well, you never know.
Well, now, look, if somebody honest had have handed it in, he'd have got it by now. Anyway, he's wasting his time, and you put your shoe on.
Oh, but David's been helping me,
Oh,
Ina.
it's all right, Mrs. Colwell. I'll come back another time for that cup of tea. See you at the procession.
Procession. You'll just have time to say, here she comes, and she'll be gone 60 miles an hour.
Oh, Ina, I would like to have seen her in a royal carriage. You know, with horses and flunkies.
What, coming down Rosamund Street with Emily Garside's dirty doorstep staring her in the face?
Oh.
Oh, she hasn't mopped it for 12 months. No, that's the only way to come down Rosamund Street, 60 miles an hour.
Oh, do you think it'll be that fast, Ina?
A gracious smile, half a royal wave, and it'll all be over.
Oh, and I've got my best hat out already.
You what?
My hat, Ina, my navy one. Well, of course I shall go just the same, though, to pay my respect. I was hoping that you'd come with me.
Pay your respects. You make it sound like a blooming funeral.
Oh, Ina, I wish you wouldn't speak like that. It's not like you. They've been very nice people.
Very nice. Well, I know they are.
The king only had 5 inches of water on his bath night.
What are you talking about?
Well, during the war, when it was short. And he never left London, and he could have done when all them bombs were falling. He turned out a very good king.
Hey, Minnie Colwell.
Oh, Ina, I was hoping we could go and watch together.
Well, we're going to, aren't we?
Well, you never seemed bothered a minute ago.
I don't know where you got that impression from. Look, who was it went and stood in Piccadilly for 4 hours on end and in the pouring rain?
You and me, Ina.
That's right. Well, and we've seen a lot of them come and go. Haven't we?
Oh, did you like the best?
Oh, that's easy. I always had me special.
You liked the king, didn't you? And his father.
Look, I'll tell you something now. Something I've never breathed to a living soul. You remember in 1953, and I told you I was going to Sheffield to see our Alice?
Yes, that was before the coronation, wasn't it? We saw it on the telly. Was that when I lent you £1?
That's right, you did. Well, I went to London. I went to watch the old Queen's funeral.
Queen Mary? You never said.
No, I didn't. I don't know. Always seemed I'd known her somehow.
Hello, Charlie.
Oh, not since my mother-in-law fell downstairs.
Nothing doing at the police station, then?
No.
Where are you going now?
Home, of course. Mr. Kirby's coming round this afternoon to tell me the worst.
Well, I wouldn't go just yet.
Why?
What's a fate worse than death?
Eh? Hey, not Mrs. Sharple's. I've wondered why all that molten lava was pouring through the front door.
Oh, you're not far wrong.
Well, I'll have to face her sometime, so it may as well be next week. Come and have a glass of ale.
Right.
Have a good today, good tomorrow.
Just go to the road. Right. See you later.
I don't recognise that Bobby, Ina.
Oh, well, it's a bit off his, what do they call it, Aunt Tenny, his manner or something daft like that. It's Peter Skidmore's lad. You know, before the war, she had a house full of kids, larder full of space, and walked about with big Gibson bows on her shoes.
Oh, I don't remember.
And Ireland was no better with his spats and cut-me-dead blazer.
I wonder what he wants.
Come on, let's go find out.
Good morning, ladies.
Come on in.
Have you heard yet?
Oh, has Kitchener got to Khartoum, then? Heard what?
No, you'll be having a few visitors this afternoon.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
There's a burst water main, corner of Victoria Street and Rosamund.
Oh, you don't mean...
Ah, you better get the flags out. She'll be coming down Viaduct Street and along here.
backwards, cluttering up the street.
They're crash barriers, Mrs. Sharples.
Oh, I see. I thought they'd been put there to stop Minnie Caldwell throwing her homemade bombs. Right. Well, now, look, what you want to do is to stretch your bunting across the top of your window there.
Right.
Then take the two loose ends, take them up to your bedroom window, that'll make a triangle.
Yeah.
I'll send them fair up along to help you. Now,
Yes,
have you got
right.
any crepe paper?
Oh, a bit. Different colours.
Well, we want patriotic colours, red, white and blue.
Oh, I've no whites.
Oh, well, red and blue then. Just cut it in long strips, stretch it, twist it round and put it down your window.
Yeah, right.
And are you doing that white stuff for writing with?
Yeah?
Well, I think we'd better have a loyal greeting on the window.
What shall I put?
Well, let me see. It's got to be dignified and somewhat a bit different. Coronation Street says, God bless you.
Coronation Street says, God bless you.
And that's religious as well, you see.
Hey, what's going on here?
Hey, you wait a minute, I'm walking down with you.
Hey, I'm shutting up while the procession's on. Do you think the post office will mind?
Oh, don't you think she'll stop and call in for a packet of fags then?
Look, if you can't be respectful, then you try and be quiet.
Oh, pardon me for breathing there, I'm sure.
Cheeky young madam, aren't you? Here, I'll call round and see how you're
Yeah,
getting
right.
on. Come on. Anyway, there's one thing. I'm glad you've got home in good time, any road.
Hey, she's come down our street.
Yes, I've had to alter all the plans.
Why?
Well, I think she's heard the Fanny Walker's got a big estate on Coronation.
Hello,
Street.
Lucille.
Hello, Dad.
Hey, Mrs. Walker's got your dinner on the table.
Hello.
She told me to tell you to hurry up if I saw you.
All right, bye, Miss Sharp. See you later.
See you, kid.
Hello.
Hey, fellas, have you seen this? Hanging baskets.
Hey, have they got plastic flowers in them?
They are by kind permission of the Parks and Cemetery Committee. 12 balloons to every basket, and I'll bet you that they've counted every petal.
I bet you didn't know you lived in a garden city, did you,
Oh, they do
David?
it every time that they die with imagination, our council offices.
Hey, you see what they're doing at number 3?
That's empty.
Ah, I know.
Well,
Well, they boarded it up and they painted curtains on the boats.
What are the boats?
I tell you, there you go. Easy come, easy go. Very generous with other folks' money.
Can you imagine them sending to the laundry? Dear sirs, you put too much starch in it last night.
If they're going to spend money, why don't they put real ones up? She'll think we're all daft up here when she sees all them boards are in.
Well, don't you think she'll fall for it?
What, plastic baskets and whitewash?
Yeah.
You know, if you're not very careful, you'll end up on the council. She would think we want an edge going.
What? You're in favour of putting up bunting and
Now,
that
look,
stuff
what we do
yourself?
on our street is quite different. From bunting's quite different. For one thing, it's easy to put up, and the second thing, we put it up because we want to.
Oh, yeah, but some people wouldn't be too bothered.
All right, call it freedom of choice then. But who's going to fill the bill in for them fellas down there? And who asked you whether you minded? Well, nobody. They wouldn't think of it, wouldn't occur to them. They're too puffed up with their own importance. They're full of windows of wartime dumpling.
Right then.
Hello. Hello.
Hey, steady on, oh, steady on, you wear it. Oh.
Remember to smile.
Oh.
You look nice when you smile.
All right.
I know.
Oh, cheerio then.
Hey, keep it out of the way.
Hello, love.
Hello.
Oh, no luck down at Cop Shop.
Oh, don't sit there, Charlie.
Hey?
Oh, well, it'll probably turn up tomorrow.
Are you angry with me over not seeing Mrs. Sharples?
No, Charlie.
Only you seem... Well, I mean, is there something wrong?
No, I'm just trying to get things tidied up, just in case.
Oh. In case of what?
We have a visitor, Charlie.
Well, Mr. Kirby is coming. It is definite, love.
Oh, I was thinking of somebody more important.
More important.
Well, you see, she is coming down Coronation Street.
Oh, she's not coming through here, though, is she?
Well, they sometimes get a whim.
Eh?
A whim to go into an ordinary house. You know, you've seen them on the telly, and all the officials laugh and pretend they're not embarrassed.
Well, if I'm sitting in here with Mr. Kirby and she comes in through that door, I could say she was a new client of mine, and that'd do well in my favour.
Charlie, if you should hear her at the front door, could you and Mr. Kirby go and hide in the backyard?
If we hear her at the front door, love, we'll be up that chimney. Hey, couldn't be, could it?
Hello, Mrs. Caldwell. Mrs. Sharple says you got some bunting you want putting up.
Oh, yes, Mr. Ogden, it's in the kitchen.
Right, love, I'll get it. Hello, mate. How you doing, Charlie?
All right.
Oh, Mr. Ogden, could you put my banner up as well? It's with the bunting. Oh, it's a lovely banner, Charlie.
Oh, well, you think this banner's quite appropriate?
Well, it's very colourful.
Ah. There we are.
Welcome home and goodbye, Kaiser Bill.
Hey, Mrs. Walker says, can she have the biggest Union jackets you've got? We only had 2 little ones, Lucille, and they've been sold.
Oh, heck.
There's not much call for them as a rule. Now, have you any crepe paper? No, I might be able to find you a bit of that. Hey, have you seen the old Marshal in action? Pardon? Ena Sharples, running up and down the street, bossing everyone around. Irma says she'll get the order of the elastic garter. I'm sure everyone's enjoying themselves. It's not been like this since VE Day. I weren't born then. Oh, no, of course not. Well, what's the matter? Nothing, it's just, that'll be 2 shillings.
Oh, right.
Hey, wouldn't you like this for the coronation? It rained rather heavily most of the time, and then people were watching it on television. I remember having a good cry, though.
Oh, I'll see them. Ta.
Bye. Not born, then.
Yeah, but hold on.
Hey, can you move that a bit nearer to the left?
You on?
That's it. No, a bit further. That's it. That's right. Have you got all the bunting done now, then?
Got it, not only got it done, I can tell you what it says. England expects this day the lead fair club who put up
All
all
right, let's calm down then now. What are you laughing at?
No.
We've got places for folks to laugh at now. Wipe the smile off your face and get all this lot cleared up. Do something.
Go on. Huh? Come in, Mr. Kirby.
All right, thanks, Moffat. Oh, hello, Mrs. Caldwell expecting company.
Hi, but you'd never guess and believe me if I told you who it was. Sit down, will you?
Well, I've had the district manager's report.
Oh, not so good, eh?
They don't doubt your word as to how you lost the money.
No.
And they're pleased with the way you've worked up new business.
But,
But losing money, Moffat, I mean, it suggests carelessness to them. It's bound to go against you when your probationary period's up.
I thought it would. Can you tell me honest like, Mr. Kirby, what are my chances of being kept on?
Makes about a noise, this.
Hey, I tell you what, Mrs. Sharples, I think we've done a good job in this street here.
Take it all down when it's finished.
I thought it was all right for the next couple of days.
Very well, it is for a bit.
It gives the property a bit of value, that bunting.
That banner of Mrs. Caldwell's a genuine antique.
Ina, which coronation is the street named after? Is it Queen Victoria?
No, I
Henry VIII, well, they beheaded the architect afterwards.
Oh, King Teddy. He married Princess Alexandra, didn't he? King Edward.
Aye, God, she was a handsome woman, that, yeah.
Oh, we have got all the coronation mugs out ready.
Hey, shut up, I can hear cheering.
Oh, she's coming. Ready, big
Where's it coming from?
I don't know, it's hard to tell. There's that Victoria Street.
It's not Victoria.
It is, you know, it's Victoria Street.
Hey, me! Hey, Whack! What's going on? Where is she?
I haven't heard.
Oh, he's at it again. Have we heard what?
Well, they've repaired the water main. She's back on the original route.
Well, if you get down to Rosamund Street quick, you'll just about catch. Right, come on, let's see.
Well, that's it. In a nutshell, Moffat.
Well, that's final like, is it?
Pretty much.
Well, I'm grateful you've been so frank with me. I appreciate that, Mr. Kirby.
Oh, that's all right, Moffat.
It's just like what that fellow from Mars said to the jukebox.
What's that?
It's the first intelligent conversation I've had since I've been here.
Yes, well, I'd better get off.
Well, thanks for everything you've done, Mr. Kirby.
Well, I'll see myself out.
Hey,
There, what's the matter?
wake up.
Huh?
Time you were asleep.
Well, what do you think I've been doing?
In bed. You got to take your royal milk float out in another 4 hours.
It's never 12 o'clock.
It is.
Oh, I'm going on up. Hey, that looks smashing.
Yeah. Hey, what time do you call this?
Time to call it a day. I'm jiggered.
Where have you been?
Oh,
where?
it was this tall fellow with a polo stick.
Hey, now, I'm in no mood for any of your
Oh,
lip.
David Barlow.
Oh.
Shall I go make a cup of tea, ma'am?
No, love, I'm just off to bed. Shame about procession, weren't it, not coming down the street?
Oh, we saw her.
Luke belting, didn't she? Took my mind off other things for a bit.
Oh, ma'am, I'd forgot about that. It brings you down with a bump, doesn't it?
Yeah.
See, they've not took them flower baskets down neither.
No, all that preparation and nobody there to see it. I bet it's broke in as sharp as his heart as that.
Oh, she ain't got heart, her.
Hey, did you see Charlie Moffat this afternoon?
No, I saw his boss going into Minnie Caldwell's, though. Why?
Oh, nothing. Just wondered.